Hi, here's Pete, and today I'm gonna show you how you dial in the perfect field of view in iRacing. I guess we all know that a perfect field of view not only makes you faster, but also more consistent in the sim. And everybody wants to be faster, right? But before we can start setting up the field of view, we have to make sure that our seating position and the overall ergonomics are fitted perfectly to our needs. So we adjust the height of the monitor and our seat so that our eye level is roughly in the middle of the screen. We also need to set up the right distance and angle to our pedal and steering wheel to don't get any fatigue or stress in our joints or muscles in longer sim racing sessions. I am planning already a video on this topic where I talk more detailed about positioning in the sim rig and overall ergonomics when sim racing, so please consider subscribing to don't miss the video. There are also many videos about sim racing ergonomics already on YouTube. My personal favorite is the video from Daniel Morad, so check it out. When your seating position is dialed in, we can jump into setting up the perfect field of view. Luckily, iRacing has a built-in tool for this. You can find it when you're in the sim, pressing on the options button and opening the graphics tab. In the top column called display, there's a button on the right side which is called monitor. When you press it, you open the field of view monitor setup. In the top section of the tool, you fill in all the physical attributes of your monitor. On monitor type, you can choose between flat screens, curved screens, and if you race on a single screen or a triple screen setup. In the second column, you enter your monitor width, and please note that if you use a curved screen, just have to measure the straight distance from edge to edge. In the third column, you enter your bezel width from one side of the monitor, and next up you enter your radius when you're racing on a curved screen. Remember that all of these settings show a nice and handy tooltip when you hover over them. Beneath that we have the two checkboxes, where the left one is called render scene using free projections. This setting is incredibly helpful when you're racing on an ultra-wide screen or a triple screen setup to get rid of the weird bending on the edge of the screen. When you enable the SMP and MVP checkbox, these free projections get handled by your NVIDIA graphics card with almost 0 to nothing FPS loss. Sadly, AMD users are still out of luck here. When they want to render the scene as free projections, they have to take into account a loss in frame rate. In the bottom section of the tool is the field of view calculator. There you enter your viewing distance to your monitor. I just measured this distance from my eyeballs to the screen surface with a tape measure. When you press the compute button, iRacing will automatically calculate the perfect field of view for your setup. You still have to adjust your seating position in the car to your liking by pressing Ctrl plus F12 when you pause the sim in the cockpit view. Here you can change your seating position in all three directions regardless of the dialed in field of view. I always set it up so that my hands and steering wheel are perfectly aligned with the virtual steering wheel, but that's just personal preference. In here you also can adjust the yaw and pitch of your view settings to make you look more downwards or upwards, for instance. One more very important setting in iRacing is the shift horizon. Here you can adjust the perspective viewpoint perfectly to your eye level and your monitor height. So if you're looking up or down to the middle of your monitor slightly, you can adjust it with that. These settings are also found in the black boxes, so you can adjust the driver height, the shift horizon and the field of view while driving. If you want to narrow down if your field of view is not set up perfectly, here are some tips. If your field of view is too wide, you're gonna feel like you're going way too fast over the road surface. You also will have problems hitting consistent brake markers or following the perfect racing line. If your field of view is too narrow on the other hand, you're gonna feel like you're driving in slow motion, and you will have the same problems with the braking and the racing line. When your field of view is dialed in perfectly, your brain and the sim just click and everything feels natural again. And that's why a dialed in field of view is so important to get you faster lap times and more consistency in every racing title. Please consider subscribing, it's free, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.